I got involved with All Saints. I received a call about the script and got the script over Labor Day weekend. And I was actually talking to my husband about finding a project that was more on the uplifting side prior to that. And then I got the call about the script, so it kind of fell from the sky in that regard. I play Amy Spurlock. I'm married to Michael Spurlock. We play the real life characters. He plays a minister and I'm his wife, who took over the All Saints Church in the story. And I leave my well-paying job to support my husband in our endeavor to what we think is selling the church and selling the land to eventually helping to save the church. I liked how she had a sort of conversion from being really skeptical about agreeing with her husband in terms of, they were first sent there to close the church and sell the land, to being convinced to changing her mind and going along with saving the church and helping the Burmese refugees. I found the story extremely inspiring and moving. It's the fact that it's based on a true story of these refugees who've been relocated here, resettled here in Tennessee, who've escaped genocide and war and persecution and come to a place where they don't know anybody, nothing, the language, and meeting a congregation, people who are not quite open at first, and how these people change their minds. So I was really attracted to the idea that you can change your mind by being open and it being exposed to perhaps people you're maybe afraid of or you have no experience with. And I think it's really important in today's context where we live in such a fear-based society right now with the 24-hour news cycles, that we look at people, we hear about people in other parts of the world and we label them. And that actually when people come together and are just human beings together, so many good things can happen if we have an open mind and an open heart about it. I think the story of All Saints is a very important story to share. It's a beautiful, moving story of a community changing their minds and opening their hearts to foreigners and overcoming their fears and maybe prejudices, and also invoking God, a spiritual side. The first time in modern history we have really so many displaced people across the world. And it's hard. It's hard and scary. I mean, what would you do if someone comes to your door? We think, I'm scared. I don't want to I have to protect my family. I mean, that's a very real thing. But if the story can show that you can open your mind and your heart, and that we're all the same. The story of the Karen refugees and the story really had an impact on me. I actually was unaware of the particular story of the Karen refugees. So their particular plight was new to me. And the fact that they're here locally and we got to meet them and see them in their current community here. But I've been very affected by the daily stories of all of the refugees in the world and the current plight of them escaping war and poverty and problems. And I feel personally, how can I help? What can we do here to do something? But I just can't imagine what it must be like to be hunted down because of your ethnicity or religion, or just fleeing bombs every day. And I thought if I could be part of a story that we take a lot of care with, that maybe we could have an impact in terms of who sees it and how we can help in our communities or get involved locally or nationally or internationally.